there's a lot of people now who think that they're losers, that are miserable, that just didn't get along in life the way that maybe they'd hoped, or even didn't even get things that they sold out their hopes for, practically. A lot of people's spirit guides are blocking them from getting from getting ahead, basically, because the beast system is so antagonistic to one's soul, to one's life's journey. And so they've been kept from it. So they think they're losers. Actually, they've barely avoided losing in the spiritual realm. But I think there's not many of us that are gonna pull through the next thing. Because there's materialism, but I think the beast system goes beyond materialism. I think it's being a slave to one's solar consciousness, and maybe that's why I focused on lunar consciousness so much, is because I understand that the 666 it's solar. And even my ex I think isn't enslaved in this way. I think she manages to be a part of it, but also maintain herself, which isn't such an easy feat. But so many good people, and no one can break through the Great Delusion. And that's why I think everyone should try and be a magician. I think everyone should do some of these practices, because otherwise you can't break free. Like, my dad thinks all the right things almost, but there's some things that appear fringe to him because he's wrapped in the Great Delusion. And just a little magic. I just gazed upon the universal hexagram, and I realized I was doing a lot more magic than I realized in the past. Before I even knew magic, I just realized that like 2 days ago that I was at CVS one time with my dad, and I was waiting for him inside, and I got bored, and I just imagined a circle around me. I think I felt like some evil intelligence watching me, like half kid imagining something fantastical, half actually sensing something, as children do, And I imagined a circle around me, filled with this gray light, and like kind of a dim light almost, but it was powerful, and and I sealed this circle, and I just kept it up. But the thing is, when you do something like that with magic, it's just gonna stay there. It's not gonna disappear for no reason. And I realize now this is why I was basically invincible to a lot of magic, to a lot of delusion, to people's opinions for a long time. I did that when I was 10 years old. No, yeah, 10, 11. I want to say 10, 11 years old. I don't think I was 12 yet when I did that. I think that was before I met Brandon Bowers. He's also, I think, a very important friend that I had at the time. Anyways, I did this circle, and it acted as a mind circle. So it's like I did, half of the magic, or the secret ingredient of the LBRP. I did it. You know what I mean? And I was always very imaginative like that, and imagination is power. But me doing that changed the trajectory of my life and made it so I never felt like I needed to put into something. I never needed to crystallize myself into, I'm a banker, I'm an engineer, I'm X, I'm Y, I didn't really care, and it just felt so weird to me. I think this mind circle is why. I did it before the age of 16, so I was even a little bit protected from my own karma. It also explains why my life has constantly been stillness, because I've never really honestly dealt with my own karma. It's just in the air around me, and I just alchemize it and throw it onto other people, because I don't need to. Of course, the LBRP, the mind circle, it's not a total kill move. It's not, you know, um, it's not everything. It's not gonna block out karma entirely, but basically, okay, you're banishing Earth, right? Literally, things aren't manifesting into. They're not materializing. They might be water, emotional. They might be fire, energetic. They might be, air, sort of in the thoughts, but they're not manifesting into. They're not materializing into reality. So, instead of having issues with um, someone in my life coming and representing some inner problem and actually causing me real material issues that can actually destroy me, maybe I just emotionally feel something. And then when something does come to sort of oppose me, materially, then the spiritual thing behind it, there's something really behind it. There's something that really wants to hurt me, rather than, so it makes life very, it makes life a lot more obvious and likely, you know. um, but I think it's very interesting, especially I remember the flash of gray light when I did this. I mean, I didn't mean to imagine the gray light. It just was there. I thought I imagined it, but now that I understand magic more, I didn't imagine it. Something happened there. Did I activate something deep within within myself? Did I, what was that basically? So, you know, um, very very interested in all of that now, but it just shows me how someone's never gonna get it if they don't start doing magic, and doing like really potent magic actually, And now that I think of it, I remember I used to have hallucinations like as if creepers from Minecraft were always, trying to come after me and touch me and like climb on top of me and stuff. Now I realize now, and that was the form that just some demons were taking to disturb me, because I thought the uncanny look of the creeper was just so, I thought it was terrifying, but, I did the mind circle and they weren't around anymore. And, I think as a child you tend to, when it comes to demons and stuff, you tend to see them as one thing or another more, but like, when it comes to low-level parasites, they'll really just morph into whatever they can to feed off of you. So, like, because before it was creepers, it was the green blobs from the Blinks game. I just thought their big smile and the way they just blob around was just really really freaky, So, you know. And the whole time I'm thinking, oh, it's just my imagination. Like how do I control my own imagination or something? I don't know. To me, I don't know how I didn't figure out, oh, this is a demon that's feeding on me, But I think there's a lot of spiritual warfare with me, even as a child, and that's really disturbing, actually.